welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a look inspired by Dixie D'Amelio's new music video, Be Happy. I love this song, and if you're not familiar with who Dixie D'Amelio is, I'll just say this. TikTok, Charli D'Amelio, Dixie D'Amelio. They're the two D'Amelio sisters that are super popular and popping on TikTok. They're so cool, and they make a 26-year-old like myself want to be friends with them. So Dixie put out this video on her newest single, and I think this might be her first and new single, and the song is so cute. But what I love the most is that her makeup is super natural, and I love that it was done by one of my favorite makeup artists, Patrick Ta. So I was super inspired and immediately wanted to recreate something very similar. So I went with the pin straight hair, the white button down shirt, and attempted to do some faux freckles. If you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. By using my Nivea cream, I apply some to my skin so that my skin is nice and fresh and also kind of dewy. I like to apply it under my under my foundations, because I feel like it gives it a nice look. For foundation today, I'm going to be trying a new one, and this is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. It says it's a full coverage protective makeup sunscreen. So it says it has a broad spectrum of SPF 50, and it's in the color 220 Natural Beige. So I did try this out on the back of my hand the other day, and although it does say it is full coverage, I found that it was very sheer. So we are going to see how I like this on my skin. I want a nice dewy look, because in the video at Dixie D'Amelio, in her regular TikTok videos, she seems to be a very, very natural, beautiful girl who doesn't wear a lot of makeup. So I want to achieve a nice little glow that's super light on the skin and doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. So I'm just dabbing this on with my BH Cosmetics big fluffy brush. Well, the numbers actually rubbed off, but I'm just kind of pressing this into the skin and then blending it out. I might go in with my beauty blender just because I feel like it's almost an old habit that I do. If you're interested in this foundation and haven't tried it out, it smells just like a sunscreen. I haven't had the chance of trying it out in the sun, but I really like how it feels on my skin so far, and I feel like it's blending out pretty nicely. I feel like that foundation gives my skin such a nice light coverage. It definitely doesn't feel heavy on the skin. My skin feels really nice and light and like it can breathe. The next thing I'm gonna do is do a little bit of under eye correction. I'm gonna be using this Big O palette by Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to be dipping into the color Bisque. So it's just like a peachy pink right here, and that helps color correct. I think I said auto correct. Color correct the bags under my eyes. And I'm just gonna use my finger because it really warms up this product and blends it out really nice. You can tell the difference that that little color correct already made under my eyes. It really canceled out the darkness. Next thing I'm gonna be using is my L'Oreal Infallible, and this one is in the color Creamy Natural. So again, I'm gonna choose colors that are very close to my skin color. Usually I would highlight, but this time I just want to create something a little bit more natural. And this one is pretty close to my skin color, so I'm just gonna put a little bit under my nose and under my lip. And I love doing this and kind of creating a lift under the eye. Under the lip, a lift under the lip. And also applying my concealer up here. Of course, we cannot forget the nose. I'm just gonna draw straight down and here with a little bit of whatever's left. Then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and spritz it a little bit with some MAC Fix Plus and start dabbing away. All that's blended out, I'm going to go back into this a little bit and apply some to my eyes just to prime them and also get rid of any discoloration. And then same thing with the beauty blender, I'll just blend that out. I just noticed I'm I'm blending this out with both eyes closed. Oh my God. Muscle memory. Taking a smaller mirror in hand, I'm gonna go in and contour my nose a little bit and around my jaw. I think I'm just gonna contour as I would normally would. I'm gonna be using the color Cafe. This is a concealer by Maybelline, and this is part of their Fit Me collection. I'm going to contour up here. I'm trying something different out today. I want to see if I like this technique. I feel like she has a very nice chiseled jawline, so I'm going to try and give myself that. And then I like to go here, and then for my cheeks, this time I'm gonna blend out my contour first using this big brush that I used for my foundation earlier, and I'm just gonna go back and forth and really blend that out. So I like to kind of press it into the skin and then kind of start feathering upward. With whatever's left on the brush, I'm just gonna go around the perimeter of my forehead to kind of warm up my face just a tad. I don't really want to contour my forehead too much, just because she really did not have any contour. I think her face overall was just a little bit warmer, but there wasn't any like harsh contour. Continuing on with the face, I'm going to add a little bit of shadow. Now that my face is nice and warm, I want to create a little bit of shadow that will help give us a more natural contour, just because whenever you have a little shizzle, there's usually a shadow that will not be so warm. It'll have a nice like cool tone. So I just like to add a little bit of the gray tone from the Anastasia palette. It's very neutral in shade. So I'm just gonna add that there, and it kind of helps make everything look a little bit more realistic. For some natural color to the face, I'm gonna be using my Bronze Booster by Physician Formula. This one is in light to medium. For blush, I'm gonna be using the Milani Dolce Pink. It is this a beautiful, beautiful bright pink, but again, it's one of those nice sheer makeup products where when you apply it, it's just like a nice little sheer wash of color. It's not too intense. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit to like the apples of my cheek and a little bit higher up here. And it also just has like these beautiful iridescent pigments that have like a nice like peachy glow, almost like a little corally. So it's just so flattering. I love this one. For some highlight, I'm gonna be using the Becca Cosmetics Jaclyn Hill collaboration. This one is the Champagne Pop. And I'm really going in super light with this and just very light hand. And then around the forehead, whatever's left on your brush. Next up are brows. I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This one is in the color Soft Brown. The D'Amelio sisters have such beautiful eyebrows. They look very natural, and they're just natural. They look like they're naturally thick and full. So I'm just gonna lightly go in with my pencil, filling in any little gaps, nothing too harsh. And then of course that little tail at the end. When you hold something at the very end, you have a lighter grip on it. So that's also a good thing to try if you feel like you're always too heavy with your eyebrow pencil. And then going in with the fabulous Patrick Ta's product, because he actually was one of the makeup artists on her video, I figured I have to just use his brow product, especially knowing that this is exactly what he used on her eyebrows to get them to kind of stick into place and get that little laminated look. So I'm just picking up a little bit on my brush. You want to spray your brush and then pick up the wax, and then you are able to brush all of the hairs in place and get them to stay there. Now that our eyebrows are done, we want to go into our eyes. Her eyes are super natural in the video throughout the entire scenes. She does have something a little bit more smoky in one of her scenes, but most of the video she has a very neutral and natural eye color. Eyeshadow look. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to try to get a little bit closer to her eye shape, and I'm gonna do that by contouring my eye a little bit, kind of where I put that brown concealer before. I'm going to be using the middle shade again because it's the most neutral and like the most neutral brown. So I'm just gonna get my mirror. And I like to use these fluffy little brushes that come with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. And that's just what I'm gonna use. So I'm just gonna follow this shape here just to create a little bit more dimension. And then going in with the color Churro, which is a deeper brown, I'm gonna pick that up on a smaller, dense brush, which is the MAC 224. And I'm gonna do the same thing, but this is gonna help me concentrate it a little bit closer to my lash line because it is a smaller brush. So picking up my huge mirror that's sometimes too heavy, I'm just gonna stick this right by my lashes. I'm going to switch to a Sigma E55. It is a flat shader eyeshadow brush. I'm going to pick up that first brown from the Dolce color, which is necessary, and I'm gonna go under my lashes. For eyeliner, I'm thinking of doing a shadow liner because it's a lot softer. So I'm gonna use a Morphe small angle brush like this, and then I'm gonna stick to the same brown and probably mix it with a little bit of a darker brown, like a more chocolate color. And I'm just gonna smudge this on the outer part of my lash line, sticking very, very tight to the lashes. And I'm not gonna worry about winging it out or anything like that because I want it to be very, very subtle. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara to coat my lashes. So for lips, I wanna keep them as well, super natural. So I'm gonna be using MAC lip liner in Whirl. I don't want it to be like too defined, so I'm going in light and then like kind of blending it out with my finger. This one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a matte lipstick in the shade Hollywood. And I'll show you what it looks like. Kind of peachy. And then I'm going to also dab this on just so that I have like a wash of this color. This is the completed look, but I think I want to have a little fun with this look. So Charlie and Dixie both have these beautiful natural freckles. And in the video and in the pictures that I saw that Patrick's Top posted, even though she had her foundation, you could still see her freckles kind of peeking through. So I figured I will attempt to draw a little bit of them on like kind of like a cross, maybe on the forehead too, but wish me luck because I've never done this before. So I'm just taking the little brush that I used for the brown here, and I pretty much cleaned the brush. So I'm just gonna kind of dab it on. And I feel like I'm doing nothing, but that's good because all these dots here, I want them blended. And around the forehead too. Hey guys, so this is the final look right here. I think it came out so cute. It was nice to have fun with my makeup and do things a little bit differently than I normally would, and obviously play with some new makeup products that I hadn't quite tried out, like the sunscreen one. And let you guys know on my Instagram how I like the sunscreen foundation. So far I think I'm actually gonna like it just because I love the way that it blended out, and I think it's gonna hold up pretty nicely. So yeah, I'm gonna link down the video of Dixie D'Amelio down below so that you guys can check out the video and see exactly what scene this look is from. And then let me know in the comments down below if you think I nailed it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, please go ahead and let me know.